Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? I'm going to turn you this way. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Boys, come here.
Yeah, how you going to get through there?
We had some technical difficulties.
What?
Trying to get started. What? Can you say hi?
Hi.
To everyone?
Say hi.
Hi, everyone. What's up?
Alright, so hello from the come here. Hello from the family. This is our very first time going live.
And it's my first day of being a firefighter.
The baby is sleeping out, Eli. Sit down.
Eli, back up, buddy.
We have multiple cameras going on here. So we are live from Saskatoon, Canada. We are very happy to see you. If you're on Facebook, what's up? If you're on YouTube, what's up? And oh shoot, we forgot Instagram.
Mine's called FDA.
Yeah, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
If you can hear us loud and clear, give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from.
Check out, guys. I got a parachute guy. He drops. Watch.
Cool. All right. Can you share your name? What's your name?
No, Eli, back up.
What's your name?
My name is Josiah Caldwell.
And how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
4 years old. Hey, fam. How old are you? What's your name?
Eli.
And how old are you, Eli?
3.
You're 3. And this is Nathaniel. He is 1. And baby Abigail is sleeping right now. Hello, family. Careful, Nathaniel. Don't touch. Okay, so today what we're going to... Stop, boy. What we're going to be talking about very quickly, because as you can see, these dudes are off the chain. We are going to be talking about, or Rodney and I at least, we're going to be talking about our relationship and how we deal with these kiddos in light of our marriage, and give you guys some marriage tips along the way.
What are marriage tips?
Marriage tips.
We're married.
That means helping.
Can I go down?
Yeah,
I want to be a helper.
Mackenzie and MJ are waving. Can you guys wave to MJ and Mackenzie? Say hi.
Hey, MJ and Mackenzie, what's up? What's up?
Okay, back up somebody, okay? All right. So the first thing, I wrote down a couple of questions, so I'm going to be referring to my notebook. The first thing is, how do Rodney and I meet? So, I said I was going to answer that one.
Absolutely.
Oh, they can't see you on YouTube, babe. Let's turn you a little bit. Can you see him now? No? There you go. Got to be a little bit closer. So, we met actually at church at summer camp. At church summer camp. In 2004, I think. Stop it. 2004, we met at summer camp. He was feeling me, you know. He was all up in the Kool-Aid.
The lie detector said.
All up in the Kool-Aid. And so, yeah, we became friends back in 2004. And then we started dating. Okay, go. You can go back to your room and play if you want. And we started dating when?
2006.
You can go back to your room, Josiah, if you want.
Okay.
Sometime in 2006.
We started dating in 2006. I think our first date was for my birthday, for my 18th birthday. And then we dated for 3 years before we got engaged.
Hey guys, look at my fire bag.
Somebody's hurt.
Go see if.
Go check on
Go
Nathaniel.
check. Make sure nobody's dying. Go.
Go make sure he's okay. So we dated for 3 years, and we got engaged in April of 2009, and then we were married in August of 2009. Mommy's talking. Okay.
Eli pushed my brother.
Okay.
All right, go tell him not to do that again.
Okay. So we dated for 4 months. And we got married in 2009. So we've been married for 8 years. Hi, Angela. So... Josiah. Not so loud, okay? Alright, so you want to describe our personalities? You want to describe your personality?
Shayla does not admit when she's wrong.
Really? I'm on, what's this? This is YouTube on here.
No, we're very different from each other.
Oh, open that door.
I'm more of a people person, an extrovert, can become best friends with anybody that I meet, whereas she's definitely more reserved.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Where she's definitely more reserved in nature. So, I don't know, man. We're definitely polar opposite. I call her a house cat because she sits and cuddles up on the couch. Whereas I want to go to the gym. I want to be active. I want to do stuff. So, we're complete opposites, kind of like our children.
Yes, we are definitely like polar opposites. He's a more outgoing one. I'm more quiet and reserved. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We've been careful, Nathaniel. We've been I think we've gotten more alike though as we've been married, which is kind of cool, I guess. You know, if you think about it. I am live. I'm live on both. So, yeah, the next thing we wanted to highlight. Sorry, I got too many kids in my arms. Oh, our life before kids. What was it like before we had children? What was married life?
Just look. It was quiet. It was peaceful. Daggone it. No, it was life before kids. I mean, it was different, man. Our lives were bruh, stop. Our lives were always busy and fast paced and on the go. Kids have definitely made life more busy. But man, I mean, they're fun. Even though they tick you off. Like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this weekend. Like I was just ready to snap on everybody. But man, you know, I don't want to imagine life without these dudes. Even though they tick me off, man. I promise you they tick me off. But I love them so much.
Yeah, I definitely think that, you know, we had a freedom. But when you have children, I think you get more sides of you come out. These kids bring things out of you that you didn't know that you had in you. And so, like, there's more levels of patience, you know, that we have discovered over time. You know, even more levels of compassion in some regard. Other things, like when they fall, I'm just like,
no compassion.
I told you not to do that. So
none.
No. So yeah, we're happy with our life now, but definitely there are things that, you know, when you don't have children, you can experience life differently than when you do have kids. So in light of that,
one thing I would say is enjoy. Stop,
Nathaniel.
Enjoy your time. If you don't have kids and you're a couple, you know, you're a married couple or something like that, you know, just enjoy the time that you have with each other because, you know, as much as you love these kids, man, they're like water. They will seep into every crack of your life. And if you're not careful, next thing you know, you're looking up like, man, I don't even know my wife anymore. I don't even know my husband. So, you know, enjoy that space while you have it.
Yes.
Because it will be filled.
Yes.
It will be filled.
Excuse me.
What do you have to say, son?
I can't see. I had my first day of school.
All right, man. We're going to talk about that later, man. We're going to talk about that later.
I got a
It's not your first day of school.
What?
All right, let mommy go to the next.
All right, so
because there's football coming on. And I'm not missing it.
So the what we wanted to talk about today was just yes, come. Main thing we wanted to talk about today is just some of our tips of how we have maintained a strong and healthy marriage. So the first thing I wanted to say, stop, Eli, was boundaries for the kids. We were going to talk about that. Setting up boundaries for your children.
Absolutely. Boundaries.
Excuse me, I got a fire right.
Hey, get off me and go do that.
No.
Go.
No.
See that? Talking about he got a fart on me. Get out of here, boy. No, go do that back there, boy. I'm serious. Ain't nobody smelling that. See what I'm saying, man? It's just. Anyway, man. One of my examples is this. I like bacon. And so when I cook bacon for myself or for my wife, my kids want anything that I have. And I say no. Just because no feels good to say to my children. I mean, I enjoy saying no to my children, you know. There's times I love saying yes, but there's sometimes I'm just like, no, you need a no right now. Here's a no for your life. But some of the boundaries we set up is, man, you know, we just refuse to let kids and the busyness of life come in between us to the point where we can't have a date night or, man, we can't have sex like we really want to. You know, sometimes you got to get creative, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to make it happen. Vacations, one of the things my wife and I love to do is we love to go on vacations together. Shush, boy. Go to your room. Go.
Go to your room.
Boundaries.
Go to your room.
Boundaries right now. In Jesus' name. Boundaries. Go. Go to your room. And I'll tell you when to come out. You. Go. Go, boy. Stop acting like you hurt. Go. Go. Tick me off, man. I promise you. No, but set up boundaries, man, so your kids don't overwhelm your life. You know, your kids don't know when you're drained. Your kids don't know when you're fatigued or you're tired or, you need a pick up, you need a lift up. Your kids don't know that. And they're just going to keep taking and taking and taking. And if you don't say stop or enough is enough and put boundaries in place, especially as it pertains to your marriage, man, your kids unknowingly will strain your marriage, you know, to a degree. They don't mean it, they don't intend to, but it's just the nature of life. Your kids require so much attention and demand so much attention. You just got to make sure you're giving enough attention to your spouse, your relationship, man, whatever the stuff you guys need to do to spark something. You need to do that, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your kids come in between that. So.
All right, so if you're watching and you are married, what are some of the boundaries that you set up with your kids? Leave a comment in the comment section. I want to hear about it because look,
start with bacon.
Yes.
Cook bacon and don't give them some. I'm telling you, that's an awesome boundary. That starts. It's a random kid watching us outside. It's kind of spooking me out. Like, bro, what are you doing?
That's what happens when you film in front of a window.
Okay. Yeah. Go in there.
Put it back on this side.
Go.
Okay, so the next thing is, date night. Man, let me tell you, we actually slummed on this for a while. Like mainly when we moved up here, and you know, like we don't have any biological family
we didn't
here.
Have any people to.
Yeah, we only had like one person that actually babysat our kids. Like,
shout out to Brooklyn.
I know. Shout out Brooklyn. What's up? You are an amazing babysitter. But we only had really one. We had no biological family. So, like, for somebody to babysit, you know, 2 kids they didn't know. And even, like, when Nathaniel came along, 3 kids, it was hard to be like, you know, here, babysit my 3, like, young children. And then just having to constantly pay for a babysitter and stuff. Like, that's a lot of money. Nobody has time to be paying that much money. So we just stopped doing date night just because we felt bad, like, continuously asking people to watch our kids. When we were home,
Mom Dukes, you on duty. You're on duty. Grandparents are on duty.
Yes, man.
Sydney, on duty.
If your parents live near you or you have close friends, like, you better take advantage of them and just be like, look, you watching my kids.
Yeah,
you watching my kids.
There's not even supposed to be. That's the way.
Keep it on.
Hey, keep it on in your room. Go to your room. Boundaries. Go to your room.
Go find something else to play. Go find something else to play. Yeah, man. So I would like our goal right now, because we do have 4 children. It's a little bit more difficult, you know, to go out every week. So our goal is to do once a month. And that's
do something at home.
Yeah, that's going out. We try to go out at least once a month. And then we've tried to incorporate more, like, you know, hey, we'll watch a movie on Netflix or something like that, or just, you know. Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
But yeah, you know, the boys go down early enough. They go down at 7, somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock. So, you know, it's still early enough for us to get a little bit of alone time in before we go to bed and stuff. So date night, very, very important. The next thing is friendship. You wanna talk about that?
Yeah, my wife and I, we weren't the closest of friends when we got married. I mean, we loved each other and everything like that. I mean, we knew we wanted to marry each other, but we weren't the closest of friends. Like, we didn't know how to really just hang with each other and have a good time. So that's been one of the things we've learned to do, especially within the first 3 years. I think after the third year, like, we really just became homies. Hey, boundaries. Go to your room.
Go play hide and seek.
Go play hide and seek in your room. Go. But we just became, you know, we became good friends to the point where I felt like, you know, I felt like I can hang with her. You know, we can talk about more things. We can have fun together. We can really just chill together and be friends, not just be husband and wife, but be really just good friends. And so, you know, a lot of people be lying, talking about, yeah, my spouse is my best friend. You're lying. Stop lying. You know, tell the truth. You know, you're not.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I think it's just, we feel like, man, because we're married, we're supposed to be best friends. But for a lot of couples, that's not the truth. But I think, like, you got to admit, like, dang, we're maybe not the best of friends, or we're not as good as friends as we could be. And you gotta work on it. So it's been a work in progress for us to become close friends, not just a good husband and wife to each other, but close friends. So.
Yes, and I definitely think part of that too is just realizing, like, you don't have to.
Why do y'all go in your room and close the door? Go.
You don't have to have a lot of.
Go.
I don't say you don't have a lot of things in common, but you have to learn how to enjoy the things that you wouldn't necessarily enjoy. Like, I don't necessarily love watching football, but I will sit and watch a game, you know, with him and like ask him.
She lying.
I do. I will sit and watch football.
She will watch about 5 minutes and be on her computer watching
okay, but
a whole other thing.
At least I'm sitting there with him, you know, and I'll be like, oh, what's the score, or you know, or whatever. Or he'll be like, hey, watch this documentary on Netflix. Like, it was really cool. You know, that sort of thing, just being interested in what the other person likes. You may not, like, you don't have to love it, but at least show that you're interested or that you care about what your spouse cares about. The next thing is prayer and service. So, terrible.
Boundaries, man, they need it. It's good for them.
So, prayer and service.
Yeah.
I think, well, you want to take the prayer portion?
I mean, first of all, man, praying with your wife is one of the most awkward things in the world you could ever do. All right, get the hat. Go. And stop lying, because you know you don't want that hat. Go. Go back to your room.
Can y'all
and
hear
tell
Eli
to
crying?
be quiet. Go.
If you have a kid that's really dramatic,
man, that's Eli, man.
Like this video.
But yeah, man, praying with your wife is one of the most awkward things you can do. You know, I can pray with anybody, man. I've prayed with people on the streets. I've prayed with crazy people before, you know what I mean? And it's just nothing. But when it comes to praying with my wife, I'm just like, oh, man, like, why is this so weird? But at the same time, whenever we do pray, she always says it makes her feel better. And she likes it when we do it, and you know, I feel better even though it's awkward for me. I don't know if it's awkward for her.
It is.
But it is important. But contrary to what some people make it seem like, you know, you need to be holding hands and praying for an hour with your spouse. It's not really like that, man. It's just making sure you guys know who's at the center, and who has in our relationship. I don't know if you subscribe to the faith we do, but in our relationship, Christ is at the center. So when we pray to Christ, we're both looking at who our core is, and we're keeping each other orbiting around that core, which is Christ. So.
And service, like, I think one of the things that we
Boys,
really
go to your room.
That we strive to do. We're not always necessarily the best at it, but just trying to outserve one another. You know, it's not about keeping score. Like, hey, you know, I did the dishes, therefore you have to change Nathaniel's nasty diaper. Like, we try not to do that. It's more so about, like, we just let me do as much as we can as much as I can to accommodate the other person. And, you know, whether that be doing dishes, whether that be laundry, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, whatever around the house, taking care of the kids, whatever those things are, to try to outserve and make life as easy as possible for your spouse, I think is really important. So we try to have conversations about this on a regular basis and just say, okay, you know, what is it that I can do better for you, or how can I better serve you? And I think that's kept our relationship healthy. We used to both be lying, like, I don't know what, like, oh, nothing, you know, or wait until it gets really bad to talk about it. But now, like, just scheduling those times to discuss.
Especially Shayla. Shayla was like,
yeah.
I'm playing, but I'm serious.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
I know my fellas can relate to the fact that when, I don't know why women are like this. Then don't be attacking me. What? What's that, my mom? What? Shout out to your mama's crumb. Hey, shout out to my mama's crumb. My mom, she doesn't do drugs nor sell drugs, but I believe her crumb is crack. Like, it's good. So that's my mom. I love my mama. But what was I saying about? Oh yeah, women. Don't be getting on me. Don't just receive this. When your husband or your boy or whoever senses something's wrong and they ask you, hey, is everything okay? And you lie. This is what you're doing. Don't tell me, no, you're lying. No, I just wasn't there ready to talk. You're lying. You know, and you say, hey, is everything okay, babe? Oh, no, everything's fine. So men are just going to be like, okay, i.e., everything's fine. We're going to believe the lie you just spoken to us. Or we're just going to be like, okay, maybe it's just not that big of a deal. She's okay. But then don't start crying when we about to go to sleep. We get good. We get comfortable. We're warm. We're about to go off into daydream. It's really not daydream, but dream, night dream land, or whatever you want to call your dream time. And then you just, can we talk? Nah, man, I'm ticked off. Don't bring that up to me now. I don't want to hear it. Stop doing that, ladies. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. So you have to be comfortable enough with yourself and you know, I guess secure enough in yourself to say, you know what, something is up, but I'm not ready to talk about it right now. Can we talk about it? That's the type of person I am. Like, I need to process and get my thoughts together or whatever before I can discuss stuff.
And I'm like, let's just talk.
Yeah, no, because if I'm in the heat of the moment, then I can't be all emotional and like actually be clear as to what I'm trying to get across without being emotional. Man.
Stop all that. No, stop.
Oh, you terrible.
Stop all that crying, man.
Nah, man.
That crying, man.
No, but anyway, yeah. So if you've ever had moments like that in your marriage where it's just like, you know, you want to talk about something, but it's not the right time, like this, or leave a comment in the comment section below, because I want to hear about it. So the last thing, okay, let me actually recap. So we talked about.
Yeah, because football's on.
Okay, let me. Okay, so we talked about having boundaries for the kids. You know, establishing healthy boundaries for them, telling them no so that you and your spouse can get like a proper amount of time together and not feeling bad about it. I do not feel
it's good for your kids, man.
Yes.
Some of these parents, the way they parent their kid, you're going to create this little diva, you know, and it's just like, it's good for your kids to know they can't have everything in life. And that starts with you. You know, that doesn't start with them going and engaging society. It starts with the parent saying, no, these are boundaries. Like, these are healthy for you. It's good for your kids to know they can't have every inch and square of you. You know, this dude told me, he said, you know what? Your kids came into your world. Your kids aren't your world. And I was like, dang, that's pretty tough. But I mean, he's right. My kids came into my world. And so my world has to be healthy in order for my kids to be healthy. I can't let my kids dictate my world, because if I let my kids dictate my world, then, you know, they don't have a frame of reference for what healthy relationship is, or whether or not their daddy is, his soul is healthy. I'm healthy emotionally, because sometimes I'd be about ready to snap on people. But. Okay,
so we talked about having healthy boundaries for your kids. We said date night is imperative. At the very least, you need to be going out on a date once a month.
And
at least once a month.
You need to be having some good sex. I hope it ain't no kids
that was the last
on
thing.
here. well, let's talk about the last
Okay.
thing.
So date night, and then being friends with your spouse, and then
sex, man.
no, it was prayer and sex. Come on, man,
Oh, yeah,
you all up over there. Prayer, you need to be praying with
pray
your
while.
spouse.
Serious.
So prayer and then like prayer and service, I think, go hand in hand, like praying with one another and then trying to outserve the other person. And then last thing is sex, as he's so excited to talk about. Go on now.
Not excited. I'm just saying it is what it is, man. No, man. Have sex. You need to be getting it in. You need to be making it. We ain't get these 4 children just because, we love kids. We got kids. Kids came along with the package. They came along with the deal, but you need to be doing it, man. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. And be creative, man.
Listen.
Get creative, spice it on up. I got a friend. He know who he is if he sees this video. He's hooked me up, man, with some stuff. But nah, man, have an awesome sex life. Man, make time to have sex. Me and Shayla, man, she know me. She knows my rhythms and my cycles, and she knows when I'm like, okay, what's my mom? My mom probably like, boy, stop being nasty. But shoot, how did I get here? Hey. So no, but I mean, man, your sex life is huge. I've even found as a man, when I'm sexually intimate with my wife, it makes me want to be emotionally intimate with her, and that's what she wants ultimately. I mean, my wife wants. I mean, she enjoys the sex too. You're supposed to be like, yeah.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, she wants to be emotionally connected to me. But, I found as a man, the more I'm connected to my wife in that way, the more I'm actually emotionally engaged. And I feel like couples, man, I've talked to some folks and they, this area can tend to struggle, especially when date night struggle and kids come in the picture. You just get busy, man. No, you need to make time. That's when boundaries come into play. Like, no, you need to go to bed early because we might make another brother or sister for you. Amen?
No, there's no...
Yeah, we ain't doing that. We're done with the babies, man. The factory shut down. But sex is good, man. It's good, man. It's good for you.
Yes. So those are our tips. It's I'll say it one more time. We have boundaries for the kids, having a consistent date night, being friends with one another, praying for and with each other, and trying to outserve, and then also a healthy life full of intimacy. You have to be politically correct.
I ain't got to be politically correct because I'm not a politician. I am Rodney Caldwell.
And last but not least, we only have 3 minutes left. Actually, 2 minutes left. Our big announcement. Yay! I wish I had the sound effect thing. Little yay. Our big announcement is that we...
She corny.
Our big announcement is that we are moving home. We are moving home.
Yeah,
we are moving home.
Coming back to the deal.
Yes, we are moving back to Maryland.
Hey, my mom said she's blushing because I was talking about sex. That's funny. That's funny. How did I get here?
Yes, so we will
Wasn't a crane in the basket. That is foolery. My son actually believes babies come by a crane in the basket. I'm like, where did you learn this from, bro?
Where did he say that?
He said this a minute ago. It was a while, probably in the summer.
Oh, I didn't never hear that.
Yeah, when you were pregnant, he was saying, don't babies come in something like about birds delivering babies, humans or something. I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay, so yes, we are moving home come January. This January, so late January is our goal. We haven't actually set a moving date, but we will be back in Maryland.
DMV.
In the DMV, our hometown. Shout out to the DMV. So that's our big announcement. It's been we've been here for going on 3 years. So this is definitely a bittersweet sort of transition. We always knew that being up here would be temporary. And now we know that it's time to go home. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to moving back, seeing all of our family, being closer to our family, and our friends. We've had the same friends pretty much for what? More than 10 years. Probably like closer to 15, even going on 20 years now. And so, yeah, that's our big announcement. We ain't having no more kids. So whoever thought we was having more kids,
no, we ain't having no more kids.
It ain't happening. Not happening. So, yeah.
Lord Jesus, we ain't having no more kids.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to the Instagram folks. I couldn't figure out how to get it going. That's okay. I guess that was my fault. He's over here laughing at me.
Football's coming on.
All right, so if you have any comments or whatever, I don't know how this works. How do you end this sort of thing? You just say bye.
You say stay tuned to the next.
Stay tuned for the next video.
Live.
I probably won't I won't drop another video tomorrow just because we were trying to get ready for this. But I definitely will be back next week. And hey boys, come and say goodbye.
Josiah.
Now you can finally let them out of their room.
See now they
don't want to come.
Now you just want to just. Josiah, right. You want them to come out?
No, they're taking too long, so they missed out. I will see you next time on the next Facebook Live. I'm going to try to do this like once a month on YouTube Live. I want to try to go live, like, even if it's not with you.
All right, good.
You see how he do me?
I'm just saying, man.
Terrible.
It's football coming on, man.
All right, y'all. Well, I guess I will see you next time. And yeah.
Peace.
All right, guys. And I'll see you later.